Hello, children. Welcome to our Quarter 1, Week 5, English 4. I am Teacher Maricel, your teacher for this week. The competencies and objectives for this week's lesson are: compose appropriate sentences for clarity and coherence, define and identify the action verb, use the tenses of verbs, the simple past, and the simple future. Use the correct voice of the verb. Identify descriptive, qualitative, or attributive adjectives. And of course, give and compose the characteristics of a complex sentence. So, for this week, you will be learning about action verb, voices of the verb, complex sentence, tenses of the verb, and adjectives. Are you ready? Let us have first this activity, the vocabulary relay. So you will unscramble the letter to get the correct answer. Are you ready? I'll give you 2 minutes to do it. So here are the answers. Verbs. These are words that express actions. Present tense. Tense of a verb that is used to express an action that occurs in the present, a habitual action or a general truth or fact. Future tense. Tense of a verb that expresses an action that will take place in the future. Subject. Performs the action or the doer of the action. And number 5, adjectives. These are words that describe or modify nouns or pronouns. For today's lesson, let us first focus on verbs. So I compose here a song for you, the verb song. The song goes like this. Verbs are action words, verbs are action words. You can move and dance, verbs are action words. There are present tenses, there are past tenses, there are future tenses, verbs are action words. Sing, song will sing are action words. Ring, rung will ring are action words. Write, wrote will write are action words. Bring, brought will bring are action words. Verbs are action words. Verbs are action words. You can move and dance. Verbs are action words. Can you sing it now on your own? Let's sing it again. Verbs are action words, verbs are action words. You can move and dance, verbs are action words. There are present tenses, there are past tenses, there are future tenses, verbs are action words. Sing, song will sing are action words. Ring, rung will ring are action words. Write, wrote will write are action words. Bring, brought will bring are action words. Verbs are action words. Verbs are action words. You can move and dance. Verbs are action words. Alright, I hope that you learned the song about verb songs. Now, since you learned that verbs are action words, these are actions, I would like you to read the paragraph and choose the verbs. Alright, here is the paragraph. I woke up early in the morning. I brushed my teeth and walked to the kitchen. I smelled the fried fish that mother cooked. I prepared a cup of milk and spread peanut butter in the hot pandesal. I smiled because I was satisfied with the delicious breakfast that mother prepared. Alright, now choose the verbs that were used in that paragraph. So here are the verbs: was, woke, brushed, walked, smelled, cooked, prepared, satisfied. Are you correct? Did you get the correct answers? Very good. Okay, class, now look at this. There are 5 sentences for this set. So, what are the action words in the given sentences? Okay, yes, operates, help, sleep, play, travels. These are examples of action words that we call verbs. When do these actions take place? Good. These actions take place in the present time. Thus, they are verbs in the present tense. Okay? Now, let us try to study this table. In column A, these are the subjects. In column B, these are the verbs. The subject pilot. The verb is operates. The subject is Julia. The verb is travels. If you will try to analyze, the subjects are in singular form. It means that the subject is only one. So, you have to note and remember that if the subject is in singular form, you will add S or ES at the end of the verb. So, example, the pilot operates the airplane, right? Number 2, Julia. Julia is only one. Therefore, we will form its verb into S form, like travels. Julia travels to Japan. Okay, so now let us proceed to brain exercise 1. I would like you to choose the correct verb. The boy runs fast. The teacher teaches the students. The singer sings a song. Cleo dances well. P, prays silently. Now choose the correct verb. Look at the subject. Like what I told you a while ago, if the subject is singular, the verb should be in the S form. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to do it. So here are the correct answers. So the boy runs, the teacher teaches, the singer sings, Cleo dances, Pio prays. Did you get the correct answers? Well done! How about class in this situation? Look at this column A and column B. Column A, pilots. There are many. Jean and Dien, they are many too because it's more than one. Thus, you have to remember that if the subject is plural, they are many, the verb should be in the base form. You will not add anything on it. So, for example, the pilots operate the plane. Jean and Dien travel to America. So, can you now see the difference? Very good. Since you are now ready for the activity for the brain exercise 2, you have to choose the correct verb. Number 1, the boy runs fast. Number 2, the teachers teaches the students. The singers sings a song. Cleo and Violet dances well. The students pray silently. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to do it again. Are you done? Very good. Let us check your answers. So here are the correct answers. Did you get perfect 5? Excellent. Read the following verbs. Watch, watched, play, played, swim, swam, sing, sang, write, wrote. What are these? Correct. These are verbs, but if you will try to analyze, these are verbs in the present tense and the past tense. The verbs shaded in yellow are verbs that are regular, or we say regular verbs, we just form their plural by adding d or ed. While the verbs in the green shade, these are irregular verbs. We form their plural by changing the spelling, or sometimes the spelling remains. So example, swim. The past tense of swim is swam. Sing is sung. Write is wrote. When we say past tense, the action was done already. Now, I would like you to read these sentences and you will identify the verbs used in each sentence. I'll give you again 5 minutes to do it. Alright, are you done? Let us check your answers. Okay, so these are the answers. Visited, watched, played, swam, and sung. Now, let us proceed to the simple future tense. So when we say future tense, verb is formed by using will or shall and the base form of the verb. Simple future tense, the action is not yet done. You are about to do it in the future. So we have here example. We will visit grandma in the province in May. I shall finish my work before bedtime. She will swim in the pool tomorrow. Brother will fix the faucet on Saturday. The learner shall present their project on Tuesday. So if you will try to study and analyze the sentences, these actions are not yet done. They are about to be done. Okay? So now, let us try to underline the verbs used in each sentence. Okay, so those are the future tenses. So as I told you a while ago, the future tense or the simple future tense of a verb expresses an action that will take place in the future. It is formed by using will or shall and of course the base form of the verb. Okay, did you understand? Very good. Now, for your brain exercise number 4, you have to underline the future tense of verb in each sentence. I'll give you 5 minutes to do it. Okay, so here are the answers. Number 1, will finish, are going to, will announce, will clean, and shall collect. Did you get the correct answers? Great! Now, let us try again to test your understanding. So you will have to identify the tense of the underlined verb in the sentence. You will just try to tell if it's present, past, or future tense. Okay? Welcome to our day 2. We will study about active voice and passive voice. You will learn what an active voice is and passive voice is. Are you ready? Alright, so when we say active voice is the doer of the action. For example, Mom cooked pancake. While in the passive voice, receiver of the action. The pancake was cooked by Mom. Who cooked the pancake? Mom. Okay, so let's focus on active voice first. The active voice is the normal voice. This is the voice that we use most of the time. In the active voice, the simple subject or the subject rather is the doer of the action, or the subject performs the action. Example, Grandpa planted an avocado tree in the orchard. Okay, so another example, so we have this. Pio ate his food. The students read the stories. The teacher visited her students. All of these examples are in the active voices because they are the doer of the action. The subject is the doer of the action. So in the passive voice, the subject is the receiver of the action, or the subject is acted upon. Example, an avocado tree was planted by Grandpa in the orchard. We usually use the word by in the passive voice. So we have here examples. The food was eaten by Pio. The stories were read by the students. The student was visited by the teacher. Can you now see the difference? Okay, so I guess you're now ready to do this activity. You will read and understand each sentence carefully, and you will write A if it is active voice and P if it is passive voice. I'll give you 5 minutes to do it. Okay? Well done. Let's now answer. Number 1, A, 2, P, 3, A, 4, A, and 5 is P. Did you get perfect score? Did you get the correct answers? Very good. Now for your brain exercise 5, I would like you to read each sentence and change it from active voice to passive voice. We have here example. The active voice is the teacher read as a book. The passive voice, the book was read to us by the teacher. Now, I believe you can do it. I'll give you 10 minutes to perform this activity. Welcome to our subtopic number 3. For our day 3, we will learn about adjectives. So, of course, we have an adjective songs. Adjectives are describing words, describing words, describing words. Adjectives are describing words like beautiful, great, and tall. Again, adjectives are describing words, describing words, describing words. Adjectives are describing words like beautiful, great, and tall. Alright, this is very simple. When you say adjectives, these are describing words. They describe the subject, they describe the person, the place, the animals, the pronouns. Okay, so again, adjectives are words that describe a person, a place, a thing, an animal, an event, or an idea. In simple word, adjectives describe the nouns. Okay, so we have here an example and an activity rather. Identify the adjective which best describes its picture. Choose the answer from the box. Are you ready? Number 1. Alright, we could say that is a colorful shirt. Number 2. Long hair. Very good. 3. Big house. Small bag. Cute baby. Very good. Let us deepen your understanding about adjectives. You will choose the descriptive adjective in the sentences. Number 1, the young boy climbed the mango tree. The friendly cashier greeted me at the store. The good doctor listened to the nurses. The talented musician played the violin. The elegant ballerina performed on the stage. So what are the descriptive adjectives? Very good. In number 1, young. Number 2, friendly. What kind of cashier is he or she again? Friendly. Very good. Number 3, what kind of doctor is he? Good. Okay, so the adjective here is good. The talented musician. What kind of musician is that? Talented. Therefore, talented is the adjective. The elegant ballerina performed on the stage. What is the adjective? Elegant. Very good. Now, welcome to our day 3 complex sentence. Alright, so a complex sentence is made of a main or independent clause and one or more subordinate or dependent clauses. So when we say independent clause, it can stand alone. It is already a sentence. Even though we will not include the rest of the words, it is already a sentence. It has a subject and a predicate. But when we say complex sentence, it is the combination or the fusion of an independent clause and dependent clause. We have here an example. The boy runs fast because he is late. What do you think here is the independent clause? Very good. The boy runs fast. What is the dependent clause? Because he is late. If we will try to analyze this clause, because he is late, there is something that is missing. It is not giving us a complete thought. Therefore, that is dependent clause. Alright? So again, a complex sentence, the fusion of independent and dependent clause. Okay? The boy runs fast is the independent clause here, and because he is late, that is the dependent clause. It cannot stand alone. In here, in the independent clause can stand alone. It is already a sentence with subject and predicate. Do you now understand what a complex sentence is? Okay. So now remember that a complex sentence is made up of a main or independent clause and one or more subordinate or dependent clauses. A main or independent clause has a subject and a predicate, and it can stand alone. The subordinate conjunctions after, although, as if, as long as, before, unless, since, so that, then, whenever, until, when, while are used to introduce the subordinate or dependent clause. In short, we use these subordinate conjunctions after the independent clause. Example, I love to go to the beach in the late afternoon. That is the independent clause. Now, we inject the dependent clause because I like to see the sunset. Therefore, this example is an example of a complex sentence. Okay? Now, you have to do this activity. You have to read the sentences carefully. You box the independent clause and underline the dependent clause. We have here the example. Rialyn wants to be a doctor because she loves helping people. I will box here the independent clause. Rialyn wants to be a doctor. Now, I will underline the dependent clause because she loves helping people. Okay? You do it. I know you can do it. Okay, you do it for 5 minutes. Congratulations, you did it. I hope that you learned something from our lesson. Again, congratulations and mabuhay.